Hey everyone, Brendan here, and I'm here with Luke and Herb from Boston Studios, and we're looking at Worlds Adrift.
Yes.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Hey, good,
man.
thanks.
Thanks for having us here.
We're gonna follow Herb around, and what are we looking at here? Because I know we're air pirates. That was what I was told about. But
Well,
it's so much more.
Basically it's a shattered world
Mhm.
of floating islands and flying skyships, and you and whoever you might be friends with or whatever, basically build and craft your own skyship, and you set off into the world and explore these floating islands, looking for lost hidden technology from an ancient civilization. Um, and it's a completely huge open world shared with thousands of players.
Mhm.
Anywhere you can see, you can go. You basically just set off, you choose a direction, you pick that point on the horizon, and you just fly there. And you don't know
You
what
see
you're
it,
going
you
to
fly to
find
it.
or what you kind of come across when you arrive.
And we're still in an alpha stage, right?
Yeah, so it's very kind of early stages. We're still sort of getting a lot of the systems and features in, but this is where we're at right now.
I can see a lot. I remember I think it was almost a year ago,
Yeah.
you showed it off, and there was the bare bones were there, but now we see that there's a creature down there below.
Yep, we have
There's
the ecosystem is in with the manta rays, and they will be hunting creatures, and they'll be attacking players and sort of ripping your ship apart if you get too close. And they don't have it is a huge sort of, MMO style game,
Mhm.
but the creatures they're born, they fly through the world, they look for mates, they look for food. They actually exist whether there's players around or not. They will actually sort of just continue their lives. The world is actually living as we go.
And it's very much you see something, you want to go for it, you're able to go there and explore it no matter where you are. There's
Yeah.
no you have to go here first and there
Exactly,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, it's completely open. I mean, now you will see the things that kind of block you
Mhm.
or stop you from freely exploring the world are the weather barriers. So here we have a wind rift, which is a huge cascading
Wow.
wall of wind. And when you start the game, you can build a simple sailboat, but later on you'll be able to get the engines power through there. You can see players on the other side, you can see islands on the other side, but
Mhm.
you can't get there.
So it's kind of like progression gates.
Yeah, exactly. But the entire world is physical, so we're using Spatial OS by Improbable, which allows this huge, vast world, and scale was a big thing for us. Maintaining that when you see something that is several kilometers tall or wide, and it's several kilometers away, it actually is there in that world. So we get huge mountain ranges that could take hours to explore, and yet it's only this is one of thousands of islands that are out there in the sky. And it's up to you where you decide you want to explore or go first, really.
Yeah, like Luke said, we really want this game to be sort of an open, free-form game where players can come together and pick their own goals
Mhm.
and decide, what they want to be in the world and what they want to do in the world, and group with whoever they want and sort of set their own goals. Because Luke and I come from kind of an MMO background ourselves, and we both played World
Yeah,
of Warcraft,
yeah.
for
Oh,
example,
yeah.
for a lot,
Many
a
fond
lot
memories
of
of that.
years. Yeah, exactly. And we found that the most exciting parts of the game were when you wanted to kind of do something unusual in the game that wasn't along the set path, and having those adventures with your friends where you try to maybe at a really low level go to a really high level zone and sneak
I
through.
can relate so much to that. I remember the stress test for World of Warcraft. I made a torrent and immediately sailed to Booty Bay, climbed
Yes,
over a
yes.
mountain range into
Yeah.
the blasted lands. Like, wasn't
Yeah.
finished yet. I'm
Yep.
like, I'm not supposed to
But
be here,
it's-
but whatever.
And
when
you
you
corpse
didn't know-
jump
yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
When you
exactly.
didn't know the world and it was completely unknown,
It's
and
such a good feeling.
and
to
also
be
like
exploring.
back then, like you were all on that one server,
Mhm.
and it kind of like personalities kind of cropped up, guilds who were notorious kind of happened, and another thing with Spatial OS is lets everyone play in one world,
Mhm.
and actually the world just expands to accommodate those players. And so you'll start getting these notorious players or famous locations and stuff like that. And another big thing is the persistence. Anything you do on these islands will remain. If you cut down a tree, if you actually decimate the wildlife,
Mhm.
wipe out the trees so there's nothing to eat, and then sort of more or less
Jerk.
make a desolate island. Yeah, that will remain. So the next players who come along might be looking for resources. They turn up, this island has been decimated, and suddenly they could be stranded, or they might have to
Can
sort
you
of
put up a sign
improvise.
saying Brendan was here, so I get just no more
Yeah,
food?
yeah, exactly. I mean, we've shown off before, being like take photographs and stuff. You could just literally leave like a little picture frame, and someone can come
That's so
along
cool.
and find it. We have the backstory of the world, these ancient ruins and structures that you will be finding technology,
Oh, wow.
to improve your ship, to improve your character, and
And
But
learn
after
a
that
little bit
point-
about what happened
yeah,
to the world and
you know, who
what
existed
before.
beforehand.
Yeah.
But from that point when the game starts, actually all the story is made by the players. If someone builds a huge leviathan that crashes onto an island, that'll stay there and it'll sort of remain as like part of history of the world, but it's player created. Whether they like it or not, you know, the players are actually going to be leaving their mark. And stepping away, I guess, more from also from kind of MMOs is there's no leveling or XP and stuff like that in the game. Your actual progression is determined by the technology you find, and also, you know, like just through player skill. You know, how good you can get. Your character doesn't gain more HP or more sort of stats as you sort of progress in the game. They just gain access to more mechanics and technologies like gliders, or little hover pack things, or maybe your ship can now have harpoons, and sort of more powerful engines and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go find Luke. I think he's hiding in an island nearby, right?
Yeah, I think
Just gonna fly around in our eyes of a. Where is he? In this island?
I think he's on here somewhere.
I hope he doesn't get down.
There
Hey,
he is.
oh, yeah.
Tiny.
Bouncing around.
Hello.
Hey, Luke.
Hello, everyone. So I mean, you know, a big thing is that that sort of seamless sort of open world,
Oh man, you got a grapple launcher too.
which is a big part of like you know, just this being able to choose where you want to go and go in there. And we have you know, when you are collecting and gathering resources, you know, everything is physical. That'll sort of roll. I might have lost myself a branch.
Oh no, it
Um,
stopped.
And you know, you cut trees and so you know, there's danger here if I was to get crushed by a tree.
So you can get crushed by trees that you chop down.
Yeah, exactly. And they all have weight in the world, so I mean that could land on a ship and weigh it down.
Wow.
And that's a big part of, like, you know, coming from Surgeon Secret and Iron Bread, we love our physics. So
Yeah, that was
we're
a,
now
a
kind of
very
going
physics
one
game.
step further and actually having multiplayer networked physics. You know, and that's fed through into everything really. You know, you can explore these islands as one of those creatures there. I wonder if I go and say hello to him if he's happy to see me.
I don't think he'll be too happy to see.
But
Hey, buddy.
I'll just jump on his head.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, but he's cool. He's fine. He's chilling. And yeah, and this is a
Wow,
a big
what a
part of it
view.
is just looking out into the open world and deciding where you want to go.
Just picking an island
Yeah.
with the silhouette that you love.
So we're
and
gonna
deciding
do
to go
a
there.
couple of videos where we're gonna show off some more in-depth of how to build, how to fly around, and the other creatures and the hazards that await you. So this is our intro video. So stay tuned because we're gonna have more videos right here on IGN.